Hi, I'm Rita Heikenfeld, and welcome to Love Starts in the Kitchen. You know, tomatoes are so good for you. Tomatoes actually are good for your eyes and your tummy. Again, cooking by color, they have something called lycopene in them. It's really good for men's prostates. And actually, the lycopene that's in the tomatoes, this nutrient, increases as the tomatoes cooked. So we always think of fruits and veggies in their raw state as being the most nutritious. With tomatoes, the longer it's cooked, the better it is. But we're using a fresh tomato sauce. And notice I'm not peeling, and the way to chop tomatoes is just slice it horizontally, not all the way through, 3 layers if you can, and then just make vertical cuts. And depending on how wide these cuts are, you'll be able to do a chop or a dice. And then you just chop, chop, chop. And notice I'm using the skin and the seeds and all the juice. A couple reasons why. First of all, I'm sort of lazy. But second, why not use it? Just think of fiber. And the most nutritious part of the tomato is that gelatinous, little bit of gelatinous, it looks like syrup that holds a membrane and the seeds in. So unless you have to peel and seed for aesthetics, leave it in. Again, more fiber, more good stuff. I'll tell you a little tip about tomatoes while we've got them here. Cherry tomatoes. Normally when you preserve tomatoes by freezing, you need to blanch them. And blanching sets the color and actually stops the enzyme from allowing the tomato to continue to ripen. Cherry tomatoes, on the other hand, can be frozen just like that. Freeze them hard on a cookie sheet, then pour them in a baggie. When you're ready to use them, put them in a strainer and just rinse them off with warm water. That little peel will fall right off. And they have more sugar and less water than regular tomatoes, so you can actually freeze them without blanching. The bigger tomatoes, you want to blanch first. I want to show you a really fun way too. This is an heirloom tomato. Isn't that beautiful? I'm saving the seeds for next year, but here's how you do it. You take the tomato and you squeeze the seeds with some of the juice. And you let that ferment, actually ferment. Put it on the counter or outside in the sun, cover it up lightly, let it ferment for about a week. You'll see some mold growing on top. That's what you want, or what we call a mother. You rinse that off and pour the seeds in water. The good seeds will sink to the bottom. Then all you need to do is put them in a strainer and dry them on paper towels. All you need to do is store them in a glass jar or a container that that doesn't let air in. Great way to preserve your heirloom tomatoes or any tomato seeds, a lot less expensive, and you'll have a wonderful time planting those next year.